Thank you. I'd now like to invite Scott Cantawine of the College Republicans to ask a second question.
Scott.
We lost Scott. Okay, and actually, well, I'll go ahead and ask the question. Councilor Bennett, you partially anticipated this question as well. He was going to ask, as Oregon state capital, Salem has a higher than average concentration of government-owned properties, and they're exempt from property taxes. So with falling revenues and impending budget cuts, what solutions do you propose? I think you touched on this. Would you like to enlarge on that at all?
No, this is a really difficult issue. I mean, I work over at the Capitol as a lobbyist. I represent one of those competing interests, K-12 education. So every dollar that Salem gets, 42 cents of that is coming from our K-12 education system under the current system. So it's an interesting discussion, but it's one that I think we have to approach in a more comprehensive way than just, and this has been for years in Salem, the response, payment in lieu of taxes. And we do that, the state of Oregon does it with the federal government. You owe us, you know, you got all this federal land, we want, well, suffice it to say there is not a lot of payments in lieu of taxes flowing in any direction right now, and I think we need to look at this in a way, and it's going to require a very cooperative activity between the city of Salem and its legislators. And I think that that relationship is going to be very important if we're going to have any kind of meaningful discussion of this revenue source.
Thank you. Mrs. Dickey.
Yeah, I would agree with what Councilor Bennett said. And I do think we need to be looking at some creative ways to help bring in some revenue to help support some of that property that's being taken up by the state. And I don't have a specific answer for that right now of what that might look like, but I think we need to be looking at our options.
Thank you. Mr. Chapman.
But I guess the other thing I would add is that it seems to me that if we think this is a place we want to go, we need to partner with other communities, because there are sizable state-owned properties in Corvallis and Eugene and all around the state, Monmouth, and I think we are more likely to have success. We might not get quite as much money, but we're more likely to have success if we in fact work with them and try and build a broader support for anything of that sort.
Thank you.